Let's take a look at how you program your customized alert settings in the Eversense 365 app. We will start with customizing your glucose alerts. Note that the smart transmitter must be connected to the mobile app to update any settings. Open the main menu, tap Settings, then tap Glucose to open the Glucose Alerts menu. We'll start with your high and low glucose alerts. The default settings are 250 milligrams per deciliter for the high alert level and 65 milligrams per deciliter for the low alert level. You can change these alert levels based on what you and your healthcare providers agree are the right levels for you. The low glucose alert setting is always on, but the high glucose alert setting can be turned on and off. Note that if you turn this feature off, high glucose alerts will not display on the mobile app, and the smart transmitter will not provide on-body vibe alerts. Next, you will want to set your target range. The high target is set at 180 milligrams per deciliter, and the low target is set at 70 milligrams per deciliter. You can change this target range based on what you and your healthcare providers agree are the right target levels for you. Note that the target range must be set in between your high and low glucose alerts. The low target must be at least 5 milligrams per deciliter higher than the low alert, and the high target setting must be at least 5 milligrams per deciliter lower than the desired high alert level. There are a couple of advanced alerts that can be especially helpful for managing your glucose levels throughout the day. However, if you are new to CGM, it might be best to wait to set any of these optional alerts until you discuss these settings with your healthcare providers or you gain more familiarity with your CGM system and how to use the information. Predictive alerts let you know in advance that a high or low glucose event is likely to occur if current trends continue. Predictive alerts use the low and high glucose alert levels that you entered to provide an early warning. You set the early warning time, either 10, 20, or 30 minutes, to alert you in advance of reaching your alert levels based on current glucose trends. You can turn these alerts on or off. The default setting is that both alerts are off, so you'll need to turn them on and set the time if you want to receive them. The rate of change alerts let you know when your glucose level is falling or rising faster than the rate alert setting you choose. There is a rate falling and rate rising alert, and they can be set to be between 1.5 to 5 milligrams per deciliter per minute. They are defaulted to be off, so you'll need to turn them on to receive these alerts. Another important way that you can personalize the Eversense 365 app is by customizing how your alerts sound and how often they repeat. These can be found by tapping Settings from the main menu and then Sound Settings. This menu allows you to change the alert ringtone for the low and high glucose alerts. They are defaulted to be the same, but you can set a different ringtone to play for each of these alerts. You can also enter a time to snooze these alerts. In this example, the low glucose alert snooze setting is set for 15 minutes, so you would receive a low glucose alert every 15 minutes as long as your glucose level remains below the value you have set for the low glucose alert, regardless if you have acknowledged the alert within the Eversense 365 app. To adjust the volume of your alerts, it depends on the type of mobile device and operating system that you use. With iPhones, the volume of alerts and notifications is determined by the volume you select for your iPhone ringer. On Android devices, it will be determined by the volume you set for media, like music or videos. In sound settings, there are a few other options that you can customize. The low glucose override setting, when turned on, makes the low and out-of-range low glucose alerts to be played at your phone's maximum volume. You cannot change the volume level for this override setting. This allows you to still receive low and out-of-range low glucose alerts on your phone, even if your phone's silent mode is on or Do Not Disturb is on. You must go into the notification settings on your phone and allow critical alerts, or Do Not Disturb permission, before you can turn this feature on in the Eversense 365 app. Another option in the sound settings menu is a feature that allows you to adjust the amount of time for when you are alerted after the smart transmitter and mobile app have lost their connection. The loss of connection could be due to the devices being out of range, the smart transmitter running out of battery, or if the Bluetooth feature gets turned off in your phone settings. You can customize how long before the system notifies you of a communication interruption. The default value is 5 minutes, but you can set the time to alert you 5 to 30 minutes after a connection is lost. You may want to consider adjusting this setting if you will be away from your phone for a period of time. The last option under Sound Settings allows you to enable and disable the Do Not Disturb mode. It is defaulted to be off, so all alerts and notifications will be provided by the smart transmitter and mobile app as programmed. If you turn Do Not Disturb on in this menu, only critical alerts will be provided by the mobile app and smart transmitter's on-body vibe alerts. This is separate from the Do Not Disturb mode on your mobile device. This setting places only the Eversense 365 app and smart transmitter in a Do Not Disturb mode. Note that if Do Not Disturb mode is enabled on your phone, you will not receive any alerts or notifications from the Eversense 365 app. However, you will still get on-body vibe alerts from the smart transmitter if Do Not Disturb is turned on your phone. For a complete list of alerts and their settings, please see alert descriptions in the Eversense 365 user guide. Thank you for viewing this information on how to get the most from your Eversense 365 mobile app.